Yo, what's good? It's your boy, the Truth Seeker, checking in with y'all. How y'all doing? All right, I had a question, and I'm also, gonna go get my thoughts on something. But I have a question. So for everybody who's in their cars or who lived in their cars, vans, RV, whatever it is, I want to know what city and state y'all from, for one, and I want y'all to just comment and give me like a brief summary of your journey, whether it was positive, whether yours was negative, or was it scary, was it fun? Because my journey, and I made multiple videos on this, but I'll say it again. My journey, I didn't know why I was doing it at first. Like at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna just stay in my car, because I did it by choice. I'm gonna just stay in my car to save up some money and what was to keep my credit up. That's what I thought I was doing it for. But then I actually did that, of course. But what I realized was me staying in my car was actually something that it actually did a few things to me. For one, it made me more humble. Not that I was a super cocky guy or anything, but it made me more humble. It made me more appreciative of life. Like, it made me appreciate to see the trees, seeing the sunlight. It made me appreciate having more time. And then it also made me more productive. Like, the most productive I was living in my car. I was able to write a lot of my book, and I was just walking outside more. Before I lived in my car, I would exercise at the gym only. But when I lived in my car, I didn't have nowhere else to go. Like, no, I didn't have an actual house to go. So when I exercised outside in nature. That did something to me. I was able to feel the breeze. I like natural breeze, not the AC, but some natural breeze. I could see the trees, and I've seen other people running, and I was more interactive. I felt more confident. Like, I was never not confident. Like, I'm a confident dude always, but I don't even know how to explain it, but I was more confident. I felt more like I was living how I was supposed to live. And I took care of my time, because time is a precious thing we all waste. I noticed how much time I was wasting once I was living in my car. I noticed that, wow, I can do all this stuff. Because before I lived in my car, I used to go home, exercise 30 minutes to an hour, because during a pandemic and stuff, 30-40 minutes, and then I'll go watch TV for I don't know how many hours, and just waste my time pretty much. When I was in my car, obviously couldn't do that. So after work, I would go exercise for a full hour. I did a bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, everything. Then I'll go to Starbucks, and that's a place where I met a bunch of people. Before that, since I'm not a talkative person, I'm not a real open and what do you call it? I can't think of it, but it'll come to me later. I wasn't an extrovert. I think that's how you say it. I never was. I'm still not now. So I didn't meet a lot of people before that. But I was at Starbucks working on my book, where I was looking at this show called, I forgot what it was, something about an undercover billionaire or something. And I remember it had Grant Cardone on there. I was there charging my phone up, listening to that, or I would be typing my book up, or just read, or whatever. I'll just sit there for a few hours just to relax and do something to pass the time by, and also to be productive. And I also end up meeting some cool people. I met a couple college kids who were working on their I think some of them was working on their own book. One of them was working on like a manga, and just I met some interesting people. I met about a couple college kids. Somebody else was working on some research papers and asked me questions. So I met a lot of people. I also had a lot of fun. And staying in my car, like I said before, it was fun, but it was scary at the same time, because the first day you don't know what to expect. It was just scary. It was awkward. I had every bad feeling you could think about for the first couple of days. And after about a week, 2 weeks, I was like, oh, I could do this for a full year. Now I didn't, but I definitely felt that, and I know for sure I could do it a full year. I could do it the rest of my life if I want to. I realized, like, all the shoes I have, like, I have a bunch of Jordans and all the stuff, the PS5, all that stuff, and I still like it. But I realized I didn't need none of that stuff. I didn't need all those Jordans. I would have been fine with just 2 pairs and spending money on something that was, you know, something that was more beneficial. I also read more. That's what I was going to say too. This is why I also read a lot of books now. I read a whole lot of books, and I read some real prominent books that changed my life. One of them is a book called The Way to Superior Man by David Data. That one changed my life mentally, physically, spiritually, probably any and every way you could think of. It was that book right there, and the book by David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. And I would suggest anybody, if they like to read, or even if you don't read, I guarantee if you get those books, it will change your life. Whether it's negative or positive, more than likely it's going to be positive. But I'll say you should read that. You should read that book. But that was part of my journey. That's what really made me like, wow. I realized, you know, how precious time is and how precious life is. Even though I always valued it, but I just helped me value it that much more. And also gave me a different outlook on life and people. Period. Also, other homeless people now, like. It made me research on YouTube. Okay, since I was in my car, how many other people was doing it? Then I seen there's so many more people like me. Oh, I've seen women, I've seen black women, I've seen white women and white men and Asians and all these different people around the world living in their cars and vans and RVs. And some people just going traveling around the world. Some people was like me trying to pay debt. And some people was doing it for an actual journey. I knew I was doing it for the debt thing, and also because I felt like I was getting too soft, and I felt like I was getting too comfortable in life. So I was like, you know, my conscience, something told me, just, you know what, just go live in your car. Don't do anything else. Just live in your car and see what happens. And that's what I did. I just took a chance and did it, and I actually like it. And I would recommend everybody do that, and the people who's already done it. Oh, and I was gonna say too, real quick, if you don't live in your car or haven't, or you like, I want to see what it would do for me, but you may be like, I don't think living in my car is an option for me. I understand. I would suggest you try something called a sleep deprivation tank. Pretty much every major city and state has one. What it is, it's a tank. You get in your swimming clothes. You can go in naked if you want. I think it's like an hour, probably about $100, but I suggest you just try it once. Now you in this pitch black tank for about an hour, and you float because it's salt water. So it's a bunch of salt water mixed with some, you know, it's a bunch of salt water, but the ratio makes it where you floating. So you just floating in a pitch black room by yourself. Like, I mean, like, you close your eyes black and you open your eyes, it's the same amount of darkness in there. Like, that's how pitch black it is. But I would suggest you try it without taking any drugs. Just try it naturally, because that's where you could face your fears. That's where you can learn a whole lot about yourself also. And I will be doing it again, since I've done it some years ago, just to update people and let them know how it feels. But that's something you can do too, to get another effect and to go through a journey in your life. But if you really want to learn something about yourself, I would say, if you can, live in your car or van or RV, whatever you have. Just try it. Even if you don't do it for as long as I did, just try it for at least a week. Just try it for 5 days and see what happens. But I guarantee it change your mindset, how you look at people, how appreciative you are for everything. But let me know y'all journeys. And if y'all want more videos like this, just comment and let me know. Peace.